Hey everybody, so we looked at some ways to play through the major scale and the modes of the major scale with alternate fingerings and regular fingerings. Now, something else I wanted to do was this. It's kind of a cool little exercise. So we're going to take each position of the fingerboard, all right, in a chosen key, and we're going to see if we can play all the triads from our chosen key in each position. So we'll start off with C major. But let's look at that. Now on a 4-string bass tuned regularly, E, A, D, G, right? Our lowest available triad on the neck would be E minor, right? There's an E minor triad in the key of C major. It's built off the 3rd degree, right? So I'll start off here and I'll play E minor. Then I'll play F major. Then G major. A minor. B diminished. C major. D minor. E minor, and that's it, because I'm playing in the bottom 4 frets, right? Starting here, using open strings too. Now I move up to the next position. Well, if I was down here, I'll move up 2 frets to here. G's my lowest note, now on the 3rd fret, in the key of C. So I play G major triad, G, B, D, A minor, A, C, E, B diminished, B, D, F, C major, C, E, G, D minor, D, F, A, E minor, E, G, B, F major, F, A, C. Run that concept all the way up the neck. 5th fret, be A minor. Now, sometimes you're going to go back or forward 1 fret. That's allowed. Look, so you go A minor, B diminished, C major, D minor. Now, for E minor, I'm going to move down 1 fret, because if here I'm on an E, but unfortunately that doesn't work because I can't reach the G and the B without playing extended fingering. We don't want to do that yet. So I go from D here, D, F, A. Now I move down a fret, E, G, B. Back up a fret for F major, F, A, C. Back for G. I'll move in a little, you can see that really clearly. There's the A minor, B diminished, C major, D minor. Now down a fret, my pinky's now on the E, E, G, B, then up a fret for F major, G major, right? Down a fret, back up. See? Now, you're only moving 1 fret, so you haven't really moved technically fully out of position, right? Then we move up again. Do this all the way up the neck, so you're starting to learn what the triads are under your hand in each position. Now, the reason why this is so valuable is, let's say you're playing through a turnaround on a jazz, blues, and C, all right? The turnaround, simple one, is 1, 6, 2, 5. C to A, often A dominant 7, D minor, the 2 chord, to G7, the 5, right? C, A, D, G. C, A, D minor, like that, right? Yeah? Now, if I'm here, I could play C into A, into D, into G. See? So in this position, I can play C, A, D, G here, or here, but what about if I was here? Well, I could go C to A, into D, to G, or I could play this C into this A, see what I mean? Move up, I can play C into A, into here, or you see? So it's teaching about what's lying under your hand in any available position, and rather than having to just jump to the next position because you're not sure what's under your hand immediately, this is going to save you shifting around. Plus, when you're improvising over changes, it saves you moving around needlessly where you might be right by the available notes that you need in the chord. For instance, if I'm playing on a C7 here, right? So I've got my notes for a C, dominant scale with this Mixolydian, Lydian dominant. We'll get into all those later. But anyway, so we've got my C, right? And then I can go, there's my A dominant 7 arpeggio right here. With without even moving. D minor into G7. Right? I'm not even shifting anywhere from there, right? So I can actually make all the notes of the changes, you see? So you may not be able to play it in root position, like that A7, for instance. I was thinking of it from A downwards, but I can still get an A there. So the thing is, you're not always seeing it visually with your first or second finger on the root, and sometimes the third might be the lowest note in the chord or the chord scale you're going to use. But this is really teaching you to see it. So run those triads, right, all the way up and down the neck, all right, by position, okay? Now you could do that through the cycle of fourths, which would be great. You could also start doing this with some of the minor scales, whether it's harmonic or melodic minor, which we're going to get into too. But just try that one, triads, all up and down the neck. And also, I've already got a little video on YouTube already, which you can easily find, which has just different fingerings for triads, how to use the different alternate fingerings. So you might want to refer to that as well, okay? And hopefully this has been good, and happy Labor Day.